your room is a reflection of your mind. Fix that first. So I always like to say it's not just your room, just your living environment. But if you live at home with parents, your room is about the only thing in your control, if you're lucky. But in general, your living quarters, your living environment is a direct reflection of your mind state. So if I go into somebody's house and I walk inside and their living room, there's boxes everywhere, it's extremely cluttered, it's extremely dirty, I'm seeing insects running all over the place, I don't even need to speak to them to get an understanding of them. So I always used to say, for me to get a good understanding of a woman that I'm dating, I don't need to talk to her, I don't need to take her on a date, I just need to go inside of her room and see how she keeps her bathroom, see how she keeps her room. That can tell you a lot about a woman. So a lot of the time, I say this respectfully, you check their wardrobes, it's disorganized, there's stuff they don't need. And you could tell a lot about a person just from the way they keep their living quarters, from the way they organize themselves. So this is why I urge you to consider or experiment with minimalism. We all have more than we need. Even me as a self-proclaimed minimalist, I feel like I still have too many clothes, and I feel like I still have too many things. So if you want to simplify and make your life easier, or make your life more simplistic, less is always more. You should ask yourself, what can I remove? What can I get rid of? So I took this to extremes because I'm an extreme individual in certain regards. And I took this to extremes by dismantling my bed at the time, because my thought process was, I'm living at home with parents. Why am I getting comfortable in that situation? I know there's people out say that, oh, live to your home till you're on your 2 feet. No, I'm not with that. I feel like the moment you're over 18, you should be doing what you can to get out of your parents' house as quickly as possible. You should absolutely, I just don't agree with that message. Stay at home as long as possible. No, absolutely not. So I was like, why should I get so comfortable in my parents' house? Putting a big TV on the wall, double bed, getting cozy. And in my younger years, I used to invite my girlfriends around. Then I was like, it got to a point, I got embarrassed to bring girls to my house. Like, I didn't want to bring girls to my family house. Like that, I just didn't feel freedom. Bear in mind, I was living with siblings. It just wasn't ideal for me. So I had to do what I needed to do. And you can never move, you can never change your situation if you always have stuff, if you have so much stuff. Like, people are like, oh, how did you leave? I sold everything, I became a minimalist. And then when you have nothing, you grow wings. When you don't have anything, you have everything. So clutter, I've written here, is spiritual noise, honestly. And I'm looking around my living room right now. It could be better. Like, there's still clothes that haven't been folded. And this is why there's a fly disturbing me. And this is why, if possible, having some kind of assistance, having a maid is the best thing you can do as a single man. Just don't sleep with her. Because right now I'm so busy at work. In fact, I'm supposed to be at work right now. I'm recording this video. I need to kill these flies. Clutter is certainly spiritual noise. If you can get some help, like, you should, cleanliness and cleaning is a discipline as well. You should find the time. Doesn't matter how busy you are. There's no excuse. Yeah, I'm busy, but I will still find the time to to wash my dishes, to sweep my floors, to make sure everything is organized. And it's so much easier to get organized if you don't have anything like TV on the wall, distraction. I've got a TV now. I did that mostly for guests. This fancy sofa that I'm sitting on, I don't really need it. I don't really use it. I don't need any of these stuff. So when I was living in the parents' house, it was just an empty space, desk and a chair and an empty space. I would roll out some tatami, Thai mattress, whatever, and roll it up. Then I worked out in my room. Then I could think clearer. So it's so important. I know you hear people, as soon as you wake up, make your bed. There is something spiritual to that. That's why they say that. Because your bed is 50% of your room. So if you take down your bed or take off your bed, you've got 50% space back, 50% space to think. A single bed is even better than a double bed. And I was like, that's going to keep me from fornication as well, sleeping on the floor. Actually, I did sleep with a couple women on the floor. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, lying down on the floor is not ideal. How a clean space leads to clean thinking. I've addressed that. Yes, disease and chaos hide in disorder. That is so true. Like, I can always sense a chaotic individual just from looking in their wardrobe. When you have all this clutter, all this mess, all this gunk, how can you expect to grow out of your situation? Like, you absolutely need to change. Like, if you're really, really looking for a way to change your situation right now, you don't look at the external. Look inside your own house, and there you would find the answers. So I've heard your room is a direct reflection of your life and your business. And yeah, speaking on this, there's also digital clutter. So if you go on your laptop and on the desktop, it's like loads of different folders, loads of stuff going on. Like, you need to, things that you are, same with the phones, same with notes, you should be organized and keep things as simplistic as possible. Go through your phone right now. There are apps you haven't used in 3 months. Why is it there? Delete it, remove it. If you haven't used it, if you don't use it every day, it should be out of sight. If you haven't used it in 6 months, get rid of it. Like, this, I cannot stress getting into minimalism and being a minimalist enough. A cluttered room reflects a cluttered mind, and if you don't know what's going on in your mind, you won't notice disease or the enemy there. That's directly from my quotes, by the way, from my book. You won't notice disease or the enemy there. And if you don't know what's going on in your mind, because if you have a cluttered room, that means your mind is not going to be in check. And if you don't know what's going on in your mind, you don't know what's going on in general. Yeah, man, that's the message. Let's go. Let me get back to work.